A maths lesson for students at Lightcliffe Academy near Halifax today. Some youngsters are wearing masks, others aren't. COVID means numbers are occupying the minds of school managers too, with lots of students and staff missing from classes in what's being described locally as peak week.
We have rising cases in terms of staffing and students. We have over 10% of our cohort in Year 9 who have the infection, and as a result we've had to switch Year 9 to remote learning. We have 17% of teaching staff absent, including 2 senior leaders and 2 heads of year, which has made the running of the school on a daily basis very, very challenging.
Good morning, Academics. Emily speaking.
With so many staff off sick or isolating, demand for supply teachers has gone through the roof. This Halifax agency has never known anything like it.
We're dealing with a lot of very, very last-minute calls from schools as a consequence of their own staff testing positive, and also last-minute calls from our own staff that might have been working in a school this week who have also tested positive. So we feel as though we're kind of chasing our tail a little bit, because unfortunately we don't have a bottomless pit of brilliant, high quality calibre people, and we are impacted by the same things that schools are.
All over our region, head teachers are struggling, not knowing from one day to the next how many staff they've got coming into work.
One of our teachers tested positive last Thursday. We got a supply teacher into cover for us who's known to the school. She tested positive on Friday. I arranged supply for this week from the supply agency. On the Sunday, that supply teacher's son tested positive for COVID and she couldn't come in either. So we're then left with this scenario. We've got nobody to cover.
What could we say next?
I've had COVID on 2 occasions, so that's meant, you know, the impact that's had on my classroom and the children and the school in the different jobs that I do. It's really difficult, and, you know, that's then had a detrimental effect on my class and the children.
The government says from Thursday, secondary school pupils won't have to wear masks in classrooms. Teaching unions have described that as reckless when cases of COVID are rising.
It doesn't feel like the right time to be relaxing restrictions, full stop, but certainly within school it seems very odd, particularly for our secondary colleagues, that children are now being asked to not take some of the restrictions they had before, when actually in real terms there's not been a drop in cases from what we can see.
These are unprecedented times for schools. Teachers say they simply need timely, clear guidance from the government to get through this crisis. Ian White, BBC Look North, Halifax.